this video, we're going to be taking a look at sketching horizontal parabolas. Really seriously, just doing a rough sketch. We're going to look and see how it translates around the coordinate plane and then what direction it opens. But that's about it. We're not going to be overly concerned with how wide or narrow this parabola is. Now, we are going to be focusing on vertex form. So vertex form of a horizontal parabola looks like this. So basically, where the x and y has just been switched from the vertical parabolas you're used to in Algebra 2. The other two things that have been switched are the h and the k. Now, regardless of the horizontal or vertical parabola, your vertex is still going to be located at hk. All right, so h is going to tell us how we're going to move along our x-axis. K is going to tell us how to move on our y-axis. Okay, so let's take a look at this a coefficient. Okay, when a is positive, then that means that this horizontal parabola is going to open to the right. When it is negative, the horizontal parabola is going to open to the left. Now, because there's a negative right here in the formula, one way of thinking of this, we know k is going to move us up and down along the y-axis, but with that negative in front there, we've got to think opposite of what we see, or at least that's one way to do it. So this number is going to tell us how we're going to move opposite of what's in the problem, up and down. This has a plus sign on the outside. H tells us how we're going to move along the x-axis. So since it's a positive, it's going to tell us same left or right. Okay, that'll be better explained when we go through one of these examples over here. All right, so basically what you're going to do is you're going to look, you're going to make sure that you've got a x equals, y is on the inside, the y is what's being squared. You know it's a horizontal parabola. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at the imaginary 1 coefficient right here. It's positive. Positive means that it's going to open to the right. So I know when I sketch this, I'm going to sketch it so that it's opening to the right. This number is going to tell me opposite up or down. This is going to tell me same up, same left or right. So I'm going to start at the origin, and I usually move left to right first. So I'm going to look at this number right here. It says -3. So I'm going to do exactly what it says, the same thing. -3 means go left 3. So I'm going to go left 3. Okay, now this +1, I've got to think opposite. So I've got to think -1, and then that's how I'm going to move up or down. So I'm going to go down 1. So that puts my vertex right there. I know it opens to the right. Since we're doing a rough sketch here, we're not really concerned with how wide or narrow it is. Then we're just going to draw our horizontal parabola like so. We know exactly where it has been shifted or translated around the coordinate plane. We know where that vertex is, and we know which way it opens. All right, now taking a look at another example here. Again, my y is what's being squared, set equal to x. I've got vertex form here. So I'm going to look right here at that -2. When it's a negative, it tells me that it opens to the left. So I know when I sketch it, I'm going to be making sure that it opens to the left. This number on the inside is going to tell me how to move opposite up or down. This number over here, I'm going to go same left to right. So again, I always start with my left to right movement first. I'm going to start at the origin. It says +5. So that means I'm going to go to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now opposite of what I see a -2. So if I think opposite, that means I want to go up 2. 1, 2. So I went to the right 5, up 2. There's my vertex. And then I know because of the -2, it's going to open to the left. So again, rough sketch. We're not going to be overly concerned with how wide or narrow it is. We're just trying to do a rough sketch of these. So definitely just hopefully a refresher for some people on these horizontal parabolas. Usually you don't encounter them until maybe late Algebra 2, early pre-calc, but definitely a shape that you are going to want to be able to quickly sketch whenever you need it. Definitely thanks for watching. If the videos are helping, please share with your friends so they can benefit too. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.